All right, here is the Instep. Taking a quick look at our document here, so you can see what I see, so you can kind of follow along in the text if you learn better by reading. Or if you're not looking at this, that's also fine. You can just watch what I do and copy as such. Alrighty, so we got this small heel. We got this lovely shape going. We've got a needle up here and a needle down here. And we've got all this space on either side, the heel flap, which has got little V's and what looks like little stitches running along each side. The first step of the instep, which is this portion of the project, is to pick up stitches from either side of this heel flap to reestablish ourselves as knitting in the round. You're going to pick up around 11 stitches from over here and from over here, like so. Take your needle, and you just find an edge that looks picky-upable. You could grab these ones, you can grab these ones, you can grab this stuff, you can grab out here. The more you can pick up right on the edge, the neater and tidier it will be, but it really isn't super critical that you do exactly the ones that I'm about to do. Just get around 11 of something and you'll be fine. Yes? So, let's see, I'll start with, this one. 1. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I often change my mind on which one I want to be the final one, but I think that'll do fine. So those are all pretty nice. They're on there kind of in a organized looking way. You notice I picked them all up from the same direction. You'll find that on either side there's a direction that like your edge is going to prefer being picked up in. If I had tried to pick those ones up from the other direction, it would have thrown quite a fit, which I've learned from experience. So just play around and feel it out with your edge, see which direction it wants to be picked up by, and pick it up like so. All right, so same thing over here, around 11. Let's go, I'm gonna keep going from that same direction since that worked pretty well last time. Let's grab 1, 2, oh, sorry. Hello, videography. 1, no, yes, no, yes. 1, 2, 3, I think I actually am gonna come from the other direction on this one. 1, 2, oh yes, that's much better. 3, I say 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Those are very tight indeed. Do you know, I don't think I like that. I'm going to go back. I'm going to try it again. And I'm going to come from this angle. How do we like that? Ooh, much better we like it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oh lovely, 8, 9, 10, 11. You'll notice I kind of jumped at the end there. I had the option to pick up this big sort of stretchy looking one. If you have the option to pick up a big stretchy one or a slightly tinier one, go with the tinier one. It will make everything look neater and tidier in the end. Okay. Whew. Okay, so I got 11 over here. I got 11 over here. This is where we are in that picture that it's at the end of your PDF document that I sent you all, with those written instructions. This is where we are, okay? Now, next thing we need to do is divide up the small heel stitches, which are these ones up here where your marker is. You're going to divide them up by giving half to needle 1 and half to needle 3. this is needle 1. This is needle 3. So I'm just going to take needle 3 and I'm going to grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slip them over there. Okay. Now, we need to give these 5 to needle 1. The way we're going to do it, though, is a little different. We're not going to slip them. We are actually going to just start knitting the instep with this, the remaining, like the small heel needle. So this would be the other 5 that you would be transferring over to here, but we're going to pretend that you already did that and you've knitted 5 of them, starting your next step. So it's sort of one step rolling into the next. Just go with it. Trust me, it'll be a good time. So you have 11 over here, 5 up here, and you're going to start knitting. All those stitches that you picked up. And you're going to knit 1 whole round without decreasing. More on that in a minute. 1 whole round without decreasing. Now 1 whole round means that, hey, this guy gets a turn again. Our storage needle that's done nothing since the cuff finally gets back in the action. We can take off our little flags. Oh wow, our Scotch tape is very powerful. Heavens. Good job, Scotch. I'll have to write them a letter. Say, got it. Okay. Woof. Now, we're knitting a whole round, right? Which means we're continuing on into this needle here, yeah? So I'm going under the fence and etc. And knitting all the way across 18 here. And over on to needle 3. That was needle 2, your 18 needle. On to needle 3. And knitting, knitting, knitting. Knitting across all the way, all those stitches that you picked up along the side. It's okay if they don't all look similar like these ones do. As long as you have about the same number on 1 and 3. Needles 1 and 3. You're good to go. And after you've knitted all of those off of needle 3, you have finished 1 round. So I'm going to hold this so it looks like the drawing for a minute. This is not the way you would hold it to knit with it, obviously, because the purl side's facing you. But we've got our needle 1, oh, there. Needle 1, needle 2, needle 3. You've just gone all the way around. This is your top of round, or your, where the chimney is going to go, as we have referred to it. We use, again, little piece of yarn to mark the beginning of the round, and this time I'm not going to make it a movable marker like one that goes in between, well, obviously because it couldn't, there's no needle up here in between these two, and it needs to go in between these two. So I'm actually going to take my little knot out of here. I just did an overhand knot, so it should come loose pretty easily. Dun, dun, dun. Yay! And I'm just going to slide it onto this little ladder that's in between the 2 stitches. See that guy right there? I'm going to take my piece of yarn, and I'm going to do, this is how we attached the beard of the Tomten in 2nd grade, if you remember that. Or if you have a crochet hook, it's very useful for this too. Just going to grab it, kind of pull it through that loop there. And then I'm gonna just reach through my loop, yeah, and grab the ends to make a lark's head knot. Just pulling through like that, nice and loose, so you can get it out really easily later. Looks like that. Yeah. All right, chimney, nice. Now, you're at the start of the round. See, your yarn's right here. Beginning of the round, needle 1, needle 2, needle 3. The next thing you're gonna do is the instep decrease. So a decrease, remember, is just knitting 2 together, leapfrogging one over another, somehow taking 1 stitch away, subtracting 1. In your decrease rounds, they're going to happen every other round throughout this instep, meaning you're going to do 1 round of plain knitting like we just did in between every decrease round. So I'm about to show you the decrease. Just make sure you don't do this decrease every single round because your sock will get too little too quick and be a funny shape. So we're going to knit down needle 1 until you come to the last 3 stitches. Don't knit the last 3, okay? Let's just knit down needle 1. We'll start with that. Oh, by the by, I'll pause and count here. You should have, if you went for the 11 on either side, you should have 16 stitches on this needle 1, or that you're in process of knitting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There should be 16 over here as well. I already checked. I know that we're good to go. If you find that you have like 1 extra over here, like there's maybe 17, then you can just do 2 decreases on one of these rounds. It is fine. It doesn't matter. It'll still look like a good sock. Likewise, if you have, well, yeah, if you have less or more on either one, just do an extra decrease on the one that's got more, and it'll be fine. That's the best way to solve it at this point. So, moving right along, we're knitting down our 16 until we get to 3 from the end. Doopity-doopity-doo. All right, 3 from the end. Groovy. As per the drawing, there's a bit that says K2 tog. That means knit 2 together. So, with the last 3 stitches, you're gonna knit 2 together. Again, under 2 fences at once. Catch the sheet, pull it through, and then knit the last one normal. That's it. That's a decrease. So now you should have 15 on this needle. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Booyah. Right. Knit all the way across needle 2 now. No decreases happen on needle 2. It's a very reliable, stable, sort of, not boring, but boring in a good way kind of needle. Just nothing too terribly wild ever happens on needle 2. It's a nice little break. So you knit, 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 across needle 2. All 18 of them. Voila. Now, we're on needle 3. When we did needle 1, the decrease happened right here, at almost the end of it, yeah? So now we've knitted across the top of needle 2, which is incidentally also the top of the sock. Our decrease on needle 3 is going to happen not down here, but over here, so that it is a mirror image of needle 1, which means we're dealing with the first 3 stitches of needle 3 to make our decrease. And so to make it a mirror, we're going to knit 1. This is per the drawing again. You knit 1, and then the drawing says SSK. What on earth does that mean? Well, what it means is you slip 1 as if to knit, slip 1, slip 2, slip, slip. Then you put them back on that needle, like so. And you knit them under the fence, catch the sheep, pull them through, halfway leap. What that does is make a decrease, which does the exact same thing as this, but leans in the opposite direction. So here, let me back up and I'll show you that again so you can see a little more clearly. So I'm here, I go slip, slip, and then you can actually do this in one swoop. You can just go into both like so and knit like that. And it makes a decrease which leans to the left, unlike the knit two together, which we did over here, which leans to the right. Now, if that is truly baffling and you just want to get through this sock and not worry about some fancy SSK stuff and whatever, that is totally fine. And you can do a knit two together here. It will have the same effect in shaping the instep of your sock. It just won't be that perfect mirror image on both sides, which is totally fine. It's going to be on your foot. You're going to love it either way. So if you want to try a slip, slip, knit, go for it. If not, please don't worry about it. Just do the knit two together. So you've done your knit one, you've done your decrease, and you're going to just knit the rest normally on needle 3 to finish off. And if I've played my cards right, I should have. Down 1 from 16, 15 over here. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Hello. Well played. Okay. So the instep decreases continue this way, decreasing two every other round, and always the decreases happen here and here. No decreases here on needle 2, not ever. They happen at the end of needle 1 and at the beginning of needle 3. Everything else is just normal knitting. So remember a minute ago I said, or several minutes ago, oh, this is 17 minutes long already, heavens. A minute ago I said you're going to do a decrease every other round, meaning don't do a decrease on this round. We got to do a regular knitting round with no decreases, no funny business, just knitting all the way around. Then you can do another decrease round with a decrease there and there. Then you do another regular knitting round, and then you do another decrease round. And it goes back and forth like that, so that, again, you don't decrease too quickly and end up with a sock which is not the shape of a human foot, but rather something else. So when you have decreased to where you have 9 stitches on needles 1 and 3, then you will have finished the instep. And that will be a fine thing, because what happens then is you just knit until it's covering your toe. So let's get to that point, shall we? All right, here's my regular knitting round. And... oh! Achoo! Oh! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9! Your instep is complete! Oh, look at it. See that nice little wedge shape? That's so nice. It matches this one. Got the wedge over here. Got the wedge over here. You know what you do now? You knit! Just regular knitting. No more weird decreases. No more weird slipping. For now, anyway. Just knit on these 36 stitches, because you got 9 here, 18 here, for the next however many rows, however long your foot is. So you're just going to keep growing this out. I'll hold it next to its buddy here. You're just growing it, yeah? Until the bit that you've knitted covers your little toe. So you're going to go and go and go until it covers your little toe, and then we will do the final steps of the toe decreases, which will make it round on the end, and then finally the 3 needle bind off. You're so close. Enjoy this next part. It's well earned, and it's really relaxing. You just get to knit. So do it, England. I'll see you at the toe decreases. Well done.